Hello everyone, another update on my remodel. As you've seen in the last video, the screed is in, it has been poured and it has dried, at least to some extent. It's been a week, and after 1 week I can start to heat it up to get all the water out and to help it dry a little more. It has to be done in a couple steps, not full blast from the beginning. And we will see how this works out with the thermal imaging camera. I already started one zone this morning, so you can see the difference. This is the zone that is not on right now. Basically no difference to the walls and the other ambient things like the windows and the ceiling. It's all the same temperature, but when we go over here to the bathroom, one can clearly see the difference. You can even see the tubing through the screed itself lighting up. The screed in the shower has not been done yet. It is another type of screed. It will not be a poured one, but just a slightly moist one, so that it can be formed at an incline, slight incline down to the drain, little slope. But it's the same loop as the other part of the bathroom, so this is lighting up too in the infrared camera. Okay, I'll just show you the other rooms. It came out pretty nice. It will have to be sanded down once it's completely dried in about a week or so. Oh, and by the way, this is a calcium sulfide screed, not the concrete type. The concrete type has to cure at least 21 days before you can turn on the heating. But with the calcium sulfate, which is basically gypsum, it's the same material that dry walls and all that are made of, just a little modified. The heating process can start after 7 days, and after 14 days most of the water will be evaporated. So let's start it up. I already have the bathroom on, and I will now manually open all the other zones. At the flow meter, you can see when I open it, it will start to show flow. About 2 liters per minute is about enough. For now, it will be, even when we are done with all remodeling, because this house is very well insulated right now and does not need that much of heating. As you can see okay, now you can see. As you can see right now, the floor is still cold. We'll come back in about 5 minutes or so and see if there are already changes through the thermal imaging. But for now, let's just wait. Here you can see the condensation on the window, even without the heater on. It's still evaporating quite some amount of water. The humidity is also very high right now. It's about, let's see, 83%. I I may have to turn on the dehumidifier if it climbs more, but for now I think we are good. This will of course change when the heating takes effect and the water evaporates from the screed. This is about 5 minutes in. Now it's focusing. Just a second. You can barely see it, but it's already starting to heat up. The supply temperature is only 25 degrees, which is degrees Celsius, which is, what is this in Fahrenheit? 80, 75, 80-ish, somewhere in that ballpark. After about 1 day, I will turn up the heat to 30 degrees Celsius and then in 5-degree steps up to 45, which is the most the system will ever produce, but only in very, very, very cold weather, like minus 20 degrees, minus 25 Celsius. Okay, let's wait some more minutes and I'll be back. Another 5 minutes in and we're starting to see some progress here. Not so much here, but it's getting there. Let's check the other rooms. Here we can see the difference between the fully heated one and the one that's in the process of heating up. Let's give it another 5 minutes or so. Well, it's been a little more than a couple of minutes. As you can see, it's already dark outside. It's actually about 5 hours later since I had to work and couldn't film any progress taking place here. But if we look at the thermal imaging, everything is glowing pretty good. And we are at a point where the 25-degree yield that we had is basically achieved throughout the floor, throughout this floor. It's a little cold on this side. Let's see what the other room is doing. Of course, the bedroom is still fine at even more than 25 because the spacing of the tubes here is only 7.5 centimeters. Over here and the rest of this floor it's 15 centimeters, between 10 and 15, somewhere in that ballpark. But also here we can see a substantial heating. And that means that tomorrow we will increase the heating around somewhat about 5 degrees centigrade to 30 and so on until we reach 45 degrees, but not on the surface. The surface will probably be around 40, if that, at most. And then we will turn it back down to the usual operating temperature, which would be about what we see now, 25 degrees. Yes, we can see that. 25 degrees centigrade. And And that will be it. We just have to wait until all the water evaporates, and after that it can be sanded down and it will be ready after about 3 weeks, I guess. So I can install the flooring. Well, I think this concludes our little Screed trilogy. I think it has been 3 videos. I'm not really sure what I will do next, at least what I will film next, but probably finishing something about finishing the insulation or the air conditioning ducts in the addition, not this floor. But well, until then, see you and have a nice day or evening or wherever you are. Bye bye.